Well, hello. The weird angle. I know this is not the normal angle that you're supposed to be recording yourself at, but oh well. So, a little dehydrated. My voice is a little scratchy. It's end of the day, 5 o'clock. We're about to get up and go walk around. I just wanted to kind of give y'all a heads up. Yesterday was a good day. Anybody's ever worked a flea market knows you don't normally get 2 days good in a row, and that still applies. Today was absolute crap day. I mean, it was. I will say that there's people that made a lot less than me, but ow, my back hurts. I mean, I did okay, but it was not a stellar day. All the stereo, which I'm about to show you guys. But you know what? No, let's do it. Come on up. Get up here. Turn around. All right. I started rapping already, but there was some people around here. I was just hanging out. So I did sell quite a bit of stereo. That's probably 80-90% of my sales today was stereo. But a lot of it didn't sell. So underneath this tarp is all the truck boxes, which I didn't sell not one of them. I sold 2 of the big speaker boxes, which that's 2 I sold. And then I sold one of the ones that had the speakers in it. So not the greatest day, but next weekend I'm gonna grind harder, do more to advertise, and see what happens. I did sell 1 tub, so hey, that's one less, you know. And I sold my dresser, sold it for 10 bucks, had 20 on it. And then he went through and cleaned it all up and, you know, made it look a hell of a lot better than when I had it. Put some little knobs down here. So I have no idea what he's asking for it, but I'm gonna have that moved out. Oh crap, I'm about to sneeze here in a second. But I'm gonna have that moved out into his spot, and then I'm gonna probably put the tubs out over here. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is this wall right here. I'm gonna go ahead and stack up, take all this stuff off. A lot of it's gonna get thrown away. I'm just gonna chunk it out. You know, I don't even care. But what I'm gonna do is put the speakers over here. I'm gonna take, you know, like some of this stuff and just put it in. I'm gonna go to Walmart this afternoon, and I'm gonna buy a lot of groceries, just stocking up for whatever the hell may happen. If not, then I got some extra food in the house. But I'm gonna see how many cardboard boxes I can pick up that are medium size. So what I want to do is start, you know, getting bags and getting a lot of this weird stuff and just put them together in bulk bags, or put them in like a box and just say, okay, $1 a piece, or, you know, buy them all for this much. So, but I think I did a little under 400. I think I did 3 and some change, which is still not a bad day. I mean, you can't complain about that, but you know, it wasn't yesterday. Did sell a few books today. But books are a very slow seller. But that's about it. Had a lot of conversations today. You know, when you're a talkative person, you have some very interesting conversations when you meet other talkative people. But yeah, I had met a lot of people. I'm gonna get some cards made up, so I'm gonna be advertising the channel a lot more. So we're gonna have some hopefully newer viewers coming onto the channel next week, or in the next couple weeks. But what I'm gonna do is I'm making some cards. Oh, let me set you guys back down again. I just kind of wanted to show you what their shop, you know. Oh, hold on. I don't want to put you in the dark. There you go. All right, back in the light. But yeah, I want to advertise the channel a little bit. This will be my first attempt, so all I'm doing is making the cards and then explaining them that after I leave here, all the stuff that I was trying to sell out here, I'm going to sell online. So if you search this keyword, then pretty much, you know, on Craigslist, Facebook, if you search the keyword, it'll pull up all my ads, so you can see everything I'm selling. It's going to have, I'm actually going to put the address of my warehouse. Hopefully no one does anything stupid, like tries to show up at midnight, but you know, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, had some good conversation with people, and talked to one guy, and you know, he was got in an automobile accident, and I think he moved to Florida for some reason, trying to get, his feet out, feet back underneath him, because he didn't get into it, but he had something that kind of changed his life a little bit. So, and I was explaining to him, he's like, hey, I like to do chrome polishing and just take old stuff and make it look new again. I told him, I was like, you got a couple options. I was like, one, he was talking about buying a new pickup. And I says, hey, not to sway what you're thinking, but why don't you buy a nice used van, and that way you can go and travel around or set up at a flea market and, advertise and just sit there and polish stuff that you're going to polish anyways. You can take things, buy at the flea market that are dingy, polish it up and resell it. Or you can follow wherever the car shows are, or get into the car market, advertise and say, hey, if you got a motorcycle show or something like that, I'll come and polish everything up for you, charge you money, get paid. And I said, if you want help, setting up a corporation, setting up a peddler service license or occupational license, I says, I'll help you do it, no charge. Just let me know when you're ready. He's like, I never even thought about doing that. He's out here trying to find a job at Burger King. I was like, man, make your money. Enjoy your life. Go travel. Go do what you want to do. You're young. You can do it. And that's with everybody. I mean, I'm 46 years old and completely changing my life. You're not scared. You know how many people that's not supposed to happen to? Yeah. And it's scary for me. I mean, believe me, there's times where I'm like, okay, am I fucking up? Am I making yet another mistake in my life? But you don't know until you do. So, and if I mess up, then I have an opportunity to start over, going back to my old life. Regardless, I'm still starting over. So, but I will say that I'm kind of one of the fortunate ones that, well, I won't say fortunate, because I'm definitely not fortunate. I'm the way my mind works, the way that I've been conditioned through my life is to kind of be a little bit more self-sufficient than others. So, I'm one of the people that I don't have to have a job. I don't have to have a security blanket for me to do okay. Not successful, not, but I'm talking about I could survive in almost any type of situation. So, and I'm not saying, if I was to categorize myself, this is just a little self-indulgent, but if I was to categorize myself in the group of people, let's say in America, I would say probably about 70% of the people would die before I do. Unless there's some weird thing or something like that. Talking with the guy today who's a prepper, and he was talking about how he's hoarding ammunition and everything else. And I said, well, how many rounds you got? He said, about probably 10,000. I was like, you do realize you're going to die before you ever see the end of that pile. I was like, you're not going to make it. And I mean, that's fine for him. If he has family, if he has friends that he's supplying for, that's one thing. But that's a waste of money, in my personal opinion. And I'm not really a gun person to begin with. I have a few. And basically, if I go through the guns I have and I go through the ammunition I have, I'm probably dead anyways. Unless you are Navy SEAL or force combat or, straight out of, like 1st Division, Camp Lejeune, that's a grunt, by the way. If you're not fresh off the battlefield, you can't go from computer programming and saying, okay, now I got to survive in the wilderness and I need a gun to do it. It ain't gonna happen. There's people out there better, and I think that there's 30% of the people that's better than me. At least out of the ones I've seen, I know I'm better than at least 70. So, but I still have a lot of self-preparation. I need to lose weight. I need to. I don't think I can get back into running because I'm just too broken at that point. But I think there's one person that's probably glad that I can't run anymore. I remember there was one person who was a runner, and let's go for a run. That person was a runner. She did not like me. Oop, I said she. I'm sorry. They, proper pronoun. They did not like me. At least for that day, they didn't. But nowadays, no, I think that part of my life's over. So, but I am going to get back on the bike and start biking to work, and kind of getting myself more conditioned, getting my heart rate up. I was doing good losing weight, and then I, of course, got a car with air conditioning. That kind of screwed it all up for me. So, but that's kind of the plan: conditioning my body, conditioning my mind. Had the cushion around me. I'm putting the padding around me. Am I saying this right? I want conditioning, and I'm gonna have a cushion around me. I don't think y'all getting this one. I don't need a security blanket, but I'm gonna have a security blanket. A well-armed militia. Not guns. But like I said, I constantly think about different scenarios in life. What happens if things go good? What happens if things go bad? And it's all just stuck up here. I don't write anything down. I'm not doing drills. I'm not doing, I'm not like that. But like if something happened where we had riots, I know what I'm going to do. At least until, something weird happens or out of the blue that I cannot control. But if we have riots here in my little town, then I already have a plan for that. If we have something bad happens, we have a hurricane, I got a plan for that. If we have a hurricane and National Guard rolls in, and we have a plan for that, or I have a plan for that. So, but that's all I do. I call it creative thinking. Wow, I'm going on a little ramble here, ain't I? Anyways, but no, I got to talking with a lot of people, and there was some very unique conversations. I'm kind of thinking about doing a podcast. Get some people to come in and say, hey, let's have a conversation, see what happens, see where it goes. But I know a lot of people would be very limited on what they could say, at least some of the people I talk to out here, because they can talk out here because it's not being recorded and their face isn't on the computer. But I know of 2 people out here that it would probably be beneficial if their face was never on the computer. They're not bad people, they're just unique. So, there's a lot of people out here that only pay in cash and wear a mask whether they need it or not. So, it's fun being at the flea market. I highly recommend it. It's free. You can get food out here. You can buy little trinkets. I mean, flea market is fun. Especially if you have an opportunity to sit down and maybe strike up a random conversation with, some old guy with a beard wearing a funny hat, maybe has a feather in it, some guy walking around with the pants hanging down around his ass, It's a lot of unique people out here. I have a blast. I am going to miss it, but I can't be out here every single weekend anymore. I gotta change up my life, because until I change my life, I'm still the same person. I'm still doing the same stupid shit I've been doing for 20 some years. And I gotta do something different. So, I think that's it. I think I'm gonna tap out. I am gonna go to Walmart. I got someone else's money, so I'm gonna go and see if they got any canned chili, or some powdered milk or powdered eggs, or just a couple little things, nothing real big, but just pick up a couple. I might pick up some things from my mom, maybe, I don't know. I try to pick up a couple things that are heavy that she has trouble picking up. She's kind of good on a couple things though, but I don't know, I might go later on for that. But yeah, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I had a good weekend. Today, not so much, but yesterday, yeah. I do make funny faces sometimes too. But yeah, I hope you had a good weekend. Hope you did something productive. This week, try to think outside the box. Put together a little plan for you and your family. Saying, okay, let's have a, over dinner maybe, or during a commercial, say, hey, let's have a conversation. You know, let's say a simple thing. Let's say that the phones get backed up for an emergency, whatever, it doesn't matter the emergency, but the phones get backed up and you can't communicate with, you know, friends, loved ones, family, whoever. What's the plan if you can't communicate? Like, you guys, okay, if something like this happens and we can't get a hold of anybody, you know, whether phones are down, car broke, it doesn't matter. What's the plan? Where do we meet up to know that everybody's safe? That one thing. Okay, just have a plan for if you can't get a hold of someone else, where do we meet up? That's it. That plan right there is probably one of the most, because if you don't have that plan, then everything that you do is going to be worrying about those that you love and those that you're friends with. So, but this week, try to sit down with, you know, someone that you care about and say, okay, if something happened where people are, you know, it don't have to be an event, just, you know, if something happens, it's, you know, under emergency situation. In other words, yes, there is a problem. Hurricane, storm, whatever. We can't get a hold of you. This is where I want you to go. This is what I want you to do. You know, this is how long we wait before, you know, okay, who's going to go? Like, if, let's say someone's out in the car and you got the rest of the family at home, power goes out, phones go dead, everything just flip a switch, click, it's off. Okay, the people in the family or people at the house, are you going to stay home and have the person come to you, which would probably be the better you know, solution, or are you going to panic and go out looking for someone and aimlessly drive around? You know, or if that person's at work, are you going to drive to them, or are you going to allow? So y'all may pass halfway through and make unnecessary trouble. So I'm just throwing some stuff out there, but if there's anything to do, plan for if you can't get a hold of someone, what's the game plan? Where do you meet up? You know, if you got property away from the city, say, okay, if this happens, everybody go there or come here or do this. That's it. But it's good to have a plan. Yeah. Anyways, I'm done talking about depressing shit. I'm damn near depressing myself talking about it. Because in my head, I'm thinking about a lot more than what I'm saying. But I just hope y'all had a good weekend. I want you to have a good week to come. It's supposed to be good weather here in Florida. I think that's it. Peace, love, money. I'm out.